we can easily see it was a breakout, right? This is, by the way, this is what should happen with Bitcoin. All right, this is the sideways consolidation. It tested, well, almost tested, and then it broke out. So that's the perfect scenario for Bitcoin, right? To repeat this chart on the Bitcoin dominant. Basically, and remember, charts replay out over and over again. You'll find this same consolidation.
Gareth Soloway is a well-known financial expert specializing in technical analysis and trading strategies, particularly in the cryptocurrency market. During the interview, Soloway discussed the current state of the cryptocurrency market, specifically focusing on Bitcoin and altcoins. The increase in Bitcoin futures volume over the last couple of months highlights the heightened trading activity by institutional entities as the markets speculate over the SEC's decision on the multiple spot Bitcoin ETFs filings, notes the report. Last week, the Wall Street Journal reported the SEC believed the recent flurry of spot Bitcoin ETF bids were inadequate, prompting some of the world's largest asset managers, including BlackRock and Fidelity, to refile the applications after adding they would enter into surveillance sharing agreements with Coinbase. Soloway warns of a potential downward move if Bitcoin loses its bullish momentum, with a critical level at $29,000. A failure to break above this level could lead to a significant decline, possibly dropping to as low as $20,000 within a few months. Soloway highlights historical patterns in Bitcoin dominance, noting that 5% incremental increases in dominance have typically been followed by consolidation phases. He suggests that even if there is a slight decline in Bitcoin dominance, it is likely a consolidation before a subsequent upward move. Regarding altcoins, he illustrates how Cardano had tested resistance levels multiple times but had been unable to break through. Meanwhile, Cardano's overall pattern appeared bearish, indicating the possibility of a breakdown in the future. One major event that derailed Cardano from its growth path is the move by the United States SEC to add it to the list of digital currencies it tagged as an investment contract. Cardano is seeing a relatively milder bullish growth momentum today as different digital currencies are charting new growth strides. We will now bring you clips of Gareth Soloway from his weekly game plan. Before we proceed further in this video, please make sure to subscribe our channel and click the bell icon to stay updated.
Look at the recent price action, right? And again, to not see Bitcoin performing better in that environment is somewhat surprising and potentially a bearish signal. So again, just be aware. Now, I want to talk about altcoins. First of all, let's go to the Bitcoin dominance chart. And we're going to get right into stocks. We're going to get right into commodities, 1,000 other charts out there. And again, the probabilities favor a breakout. If it doesn't break out, that's where you get a failed move. And failed moves in technical analysis result in major moves in the opposite direction. So the reason why I'm bringing up that 29,800, 29,900 level is because if we fail, if the bullish pattern fails here, you should expect a move to at minimum 25,000, maybe as low as 22 to 20,000 on Bitcoin, probably within a month or two. So that's, again, for those of you that are watching, like if someone told me they were long Bitcoin right now, I would say, okay, that's okay, as long as you understand where to exit that. Now, when we go to the Bitcoin dominance chart, this pattern is a little bit negative in the short term. Now, remember, I'm talking very short term. Bitcoin dominance longer term has broken out of the bigger pattern. So again, Bitcoin dominance to me is heading much, much higher. All right. Ben Cowan and I have agreed on this. We've done our show, The No Shill Zone, which is Monday mornings at 11. But basically, you're headed here to approximately this 59, 60% level, right? There's a big level here as well. So this is where Bitcoin dominance eventually will head. And you guys know I'm a long-term bull on Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin longer term. I'm just a very short-term trader. So if we go to this pattern is known as a bear flag. All right, big move down, inside bar consolidation. What that tells me also is that the likely move for Bitcoin dominance in the short term is to the downside. So again, you may see alts hold up. Now, by the way, it doesn't mean alts are going to go up. It just means alts may hold up a little bit better because they've been hammered than Bitcoin does in the near term here if this bear flag plays out. Now, interestingly enough, I want to show you this. If we look historically at Bitcoin, what do we see here? Well, we see that here was a low from about 40% of dominance. It rallied to 45% and then consolidated and then broke out. Here, we went from 43% to 48%, another 5% in dominance, and then it consolidated here. So what did we do here? It went from 47% to 52%. That's 5%. So again, 5% dominance increase, 5% dominance increase, 5% dominance increase, and then consolidation, consolidation. And again, overall, even if it goes a little lower, which is what the chart's telling me, it's consolidation. Do you guys see what I'm saying there? It's actually pretty cool on the charting side of things. So it seems to me that Bitcoin is in a pattern of 5% incremental moves on dominance before it needs to consolidate. That, again, is what I'm seeing here. Now, if we go to some alts here, take a look at Cardano. Cardano, look at this. Resistance, tested it here, tested it, and now pushing back again. So you're seeing how the alts have seen bounces off of their lows from when we got the SEC news. But again, the alts continue to pull back off of resistance. Now, in the best case scenario, this is where Cardano could head. That's my best case scenario, folks.
Despite a bullish consolidation pattern, Bitcoin struggled to surpass the resistance and subsequently experience selling pressure. Meanwhile, Soloway compares Bitcoin's performance to the strong uptrend in the Nasdaq, suggesting that Bitcoin's relative underperformance in such a market environment could be a bearish signal. This means that on days when the Nasdaq 100 goes up, Bitcoin is likely to go up as well. The daily chart showed that Bitcoin falls below the psychological $31,000 support level as investors await SEC decisions on the ETF filings. Bitcoin price briefly pulled back below $30,000 on Friday after reports emerged that the SEC had rejected the applications, but has climbed back above $31,000 following the refiling announcements. Let's get back to interview.
And then just a couple days ago, we closed right there after piercing, and then look at the selling taking place. So what this is telling me is that Bitcoin is having a very hard time breaking out. And the concerning factor here is that this was and maybe is still bullish consolidation on the chart. But the problem is it should be at a point of breaking out, and it's not. And that makes me concerned that you look at the downside level of support, which is 29,900, 850, and we might be headed back down there. Now, if we break that and we have a daily close below that, so basically this line right here, that basically creates a failed bull flag. Failed bull flags mean that you can potentially have a major move to the downside. So again, let me recap the analysis on the Bitcoin chart here. So number one, Bitcoin failing again to break out. And for those of you that know the methodology, the PPT methodology that I teach in the Winning Trader series, we know that this is a 2x time count. Time counts are very important in charting. So again, for it to fail and not break out on a 2x time count, that is significant. All right. So again, as it comes down here, can it hold this 29.8, 29.9 level? Does it close below? A close below potentially means very bearish price action on Bitcoin. If it can rally up here and close above 31,000 or 31,001 and change, whatever this high pivot is here, that again will be the precursor to staying above for a few days and maybe having a breakout. But right now, this price action is not good. And I want to say this. A lot of people, again, if you go on crypto Twitter, if you go anywhere, there is so much bullish sentiment out there on Bitcoin that you would honestly, if I just looked at crypto Twitter, I'd be like, oh man, the Bitcoin must be near the all-time highs. That's concerning. Another thing that's concerning to me.
Bitcoin represents a decentralized financial innovation with the potential to supplant traditional fiat currencies worldwide. Speculation from crypto analysts and industry experts suggests that Bitcoin's long-term value could reach over $100,000 to as much as $1 million per Bitcoin in the future. While some analysts believe that Bitcoin will move to around $25,000 or even lower, potentially reaching the range of $20,000 or below. The future of altcoins like Cardano also remains uncertain as it faces regulatory challenges and struggles to break through resistance levels. Will Bitcoin and altcoins find stability and renewed growth, or will regulatory concerns continue to impact their trajectory? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this video informative, don't forget to show your support towards our channel by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay informed about our latest videos covering more interesting topics. Thank you for watching.